You ever notice how the nicest person in the room somehow becomes the human doormat? Everybody likes them, but nobody respects them. People interrupt them, cancel plans on them, use them, talk over them like background noise in a coffee shop. And the crazy part, that person is usually you. You try to be understanding, chill, available, helpful. You swallow your anger, you avoid conflict, you over-explain yourself so nobody misunderstands you. Somebody asks why you couldn't make it somewhere, and suddenly you're writing a full FBI report trying to prove you're not a bad person. And somehow the world rewards you by treating you like expired milk. Why? Because being too nice without boundaries is like walking into a shark tank wearing a meat suit. People smell weakness emotionally, not consciously, instinctively. And manipulative people, they love overly nice people, because nice people come pre-installed with guilt. They know you'll apologize first, fold first, chase first. You think you're being kind. No, you're being emotionally available to everybody with a pulse. And before you get offended, listen, this isn't about becoming a jerk. This isn't some fake alpha male garbage where you bark at waiters and post wolf quotes on Instagram. No, this is about understanding one brutal truth nobody tells you growing up. Respect is not given to the kindest person. Respect is given to the person whose presence has weight. And if your presence feels lightweight, people start tossing you around mentally like a plastic bag in the wind. See, most people think respect comes from generosity. Wrong. Respect comes from perceived value, from emotional gravity, from the feeling that losing access to you would actually cost something. But when you're always available, always forgiving, always saying it's okay, your value collapses. You become predictable, safe, emotionally cheap, like a free app nobody appreciates because it costs nothing to download. You become a public emotional ATM. Everybody keeps withdrawing your time, your attention, your energy, and you keep dispensing it for free, hoping people will finally appreciate you. They won't. That's the trap. And social media made this disease even worse. Everybody's terrified of being disliked, so they water themselves down into this bland little emotional smoothie with no flavor, no standards, no edge. They laugh when they're uncomfortable, apologize when they did nothing wrong, reply instantly because they're scared silence will upset somebody. They get left on read for 6 hours, then reply in 12 seconds the moment the notification appears. That tiny behavior right there, it screams, your attention controls my emotions. Meanwhile, the people getting respected, they're not nicer than you. They just understand psychological positioning. They understand that human beings are wired to respect what feels scarce, grounded, emotionally self-contained. Look at the person everyone secretly respects in a friend group. It's usually not the loudest person. It's the one who looks like they could leave at any second and still sleep peacefully that night. That energy changes everything. Now, here's the first mistake destroying your respect without you realizing it. You explain yourself too much. My friend, constant explaining is psychological begging. Every time you over-justify your decisions, your opinions, your boundaries, you subconsciously communicate, please approve of me, please understand me, please don't get upset. And people feel that desperation instantly. It's like emotional blood in the water. You ever argue with someone who stays completely calm while you're scrambling to defend yourself? Feels horrible, doesn't it? Because calmness creates power. The less reactive person controls the frame. That's why people who respect themselves speak differently. Instead of, sorry, I was just busy and tired and dealing with a lot, they say, I couldn't make it. Done. Clean. No emotional essay, no courtroom defense. Because they understand something dangerous. Confidence doesn't rush to explain itself. And here's where it gets darker. The second reason people don't respect you, you reward bad behavior. This one's lethal. Someone ignores you for 3 days, then suddenly replies, and you respond in 30 seconds with full enthusiasm like a golden retriever seeing its owner come home from war. Congratulations! You just trained them to disrespect you. Human psychology works like a casino machine. Behavior that gets rewarded gets repeated. If someone constantly crosses your boundaries and still keeps full access to your time, attention, energy, humor, kindness, why would they ever stop? You taught them there's no consequence. That's why emotionally weak people become magnets for disrespect, not because they're bad people, because they refuse to create friction. And listen carefully, friction is necessary. A world without friction has no structure. Even roads need guardrails. Without boundaries, your personality becomes public property. People start dumping emotional trash on you because they know you'll absorb it like a sponge left in dirty sink water. And the worst part? You start resenting people for a problem you secretly created. Because every time you tolerate disrespect, you send one silent message. I'm afraid losing you would hurt me more than losing me would hurt you. That sentence alone destroys your leverage. Now here's the psychological shift that changes everything. Stop trying to be liked by everyone. Seriously. That mindset alone is killing your presence. Because the moment people realize you need their approval, you lose leverage. The energy changes immediately. You start shape-shifting around people, editing yourself, monitoring every reaction like a nervous hostage negotiating for survival. That's exhausting. And weirdly enough, the more you chase approval, the less people value you. Because humans naturally respect people who appear internally validated, people who don't crumble emotionally every time someone disapproves of them. And this is where the real power move begins. Silence. Controlled absence, emotional restraint. Not drama, not fake coldness, not manipulative games. Just stop overgiving, stop overexplaining, stop chasing, stop trying to rescue every relationship with your energy. Watch what happens. People start leaning toward you. Because for the first time, your energy has weight. Now, if you're still watching, hit like on this video. Not because you support the channel. Nobody cares about that corporate YouTube nonsense. Do it because you're one of the few people willing to see the ugly truth about human nature instead of hiding behind fake positivity and motivational quotes written by people with zero backbone. Now, here's the final piece most people never understand. Respect is deeply tied to self-respect. If you tolerate being ignored, used, mocked, dismissed, manipulated, other people read that like instructions. Your behavior teaches people how to treat you. That's the terrifying part and the beautiful part, because it means you can change it immediately. Not by becoming aggressive, not by becoming toxic, but by becoming emotionally solid. A person who can say no without guilt, leave without drama, stay silent without panicking, disagree without trembling, and walk away from disrespect without needing the final word. That kind of energy is rare now, and rare things naturally gain value. Remember this for the rest of your life. People don't respect you because you're nice. They respect you because your presence feels expensive to lose. And the moment people realize you can survive peacefully without their approval, the entire power dynamic shifts. Suddenly, they listen more carefully, treat you differently, respect your time more, because people only disrespect you for as long as they believe you're too afraid to leave. If this video hit you like a brick to the chest, subscribe because this channel is for people who are done being emotionally manipulated, socially drained, and mentally controlled by everyone around them. And I want to ask you something. What's the biggest moment where you realized someone completely lost respect for you? Drop it in the comments. Let's expose the game.